Hello, Yuloland, as Barney calls us all. And big news. Now, the boss reaches an important birthday next week. You know, one of them milestones. Nuff said. Anyway, we're all taking the old man out to Sandown on Saturday. You get it. Make a bit of a fuss of him, but most importantly, for you lot, we're all having Sunday off. So let's get loads of winner in on Saturday, and after that, we'll see y'all next week. Now, over to Caroline and Kobe in a mo, but for the Coral Challenge handicap, I'll take a chance that Beagle Bay is still ahead of the handicapper to back up his win here 3 weeks ago. He showed plenty when scoring at Yarmouth on his handicap debut, and although the ground is going to be pretty quick, it's a stiff finish at Sandown, so stamina in the final 2 furlongs should be his asset. Roger Varian's Indolo was really impressive in the Royal Hunt Cup at Ascot last time, so is my second pick, but I'll have Rafe Beckett's Beagle Bay as my number 1. Now, over to our sweet Caroline.
Why, thank you, Jaysella. And yes, Mandarin, very many happy returns for next week, Thursday, is it not? But yes, we's all of us going to have a great day out at Sandown Park on Saturday. Do look out for us. The weather's going to be hot. I'm sure JC will be dressed for the occasion. And the coral eclipse is a fantastic feature. Let's be hoping Yuz will get some winners. Now, I do think Kobe has a few words. Kobe?
Yo, boss, many happy returns for the big day next week. Y'all know what they say, great vintages get better every year. So, hey, man, without being insensitive, you are such a classic vintage, and it's so much a pleasure to be on your team. And hey, guys, I'm over at Saratoga on Saturday, where Charlie Appleby has a couple of big runners in the Belmont Oaks and the Derby. Abashiri has a good chance in the Oaks, but Grant T. Forster's Faithful Departed is the danger, so y'all heard it here first. Now, for the Belmont Derby, I can't split Charlie's Pacific Avenue and Simon and Ed Crisford's Title Roll, but, you know, Title Roll has form over Pacific Avenue, so that's the way to go, man. Cool. Let's get over to Marie Francois.
Ooh la la. Many happy returns, Monsieur Mandarin, and also it is my great pleasure to be on your team. I hope you all have the very best of luck at Sandown Park, where I think Constitution River will win the big race. And here is Caroline with your nap.
Oh yes, I get to do the nap on Saturday for the boss's birthday day out, but it's not at Sandown Park, where we will all be, but at Newmarket, where the transferred races from Haydock Park run on the July course. Oh yes, I do think that William Haggis's class leader will be winning this. He made a super run from the rear of the field in the Jorvik handicap at York the last day, with Plage de Havre back in 3rd, and Paddy the Squire not much further back in 6th. Anyways, class leader is knocked up £8 for that cosy win, so a bit more needed, with Plage de Havre dropped £1 and Paddy the Squire back to his York mark after a decent 3rd in the Copper Horse at Royal Ascot. But I do think that Paddy the Squire might be wanting further. So for me, class leader is the least exposed of these 3, so that's got to be my pick.
Thank you, Caroline. And now for the feature, where it has to be very hard to get away from Aidan O'Brien's Constitution River, and I just wonder how far this colt can go. But for that win in the French Derby, the Prix du Jockey Club, he's going to go off an odds-on price. So I've been thinking how to get some value out of this Group 1 for y'all. Well, Hawk Mountain weren't too far away in that French Classic, so he's going to be making a race of it again under the brilliant Wayne Lorden. But I reckon the one that's flown in under the radar is Roger Varian's Saddad, who for me was closing in on Almacombe and Bay City Roller in the Tattersall's Gold Cup when last seen back in May. That form was franked when Bay City Roller won the Coronation Cup at Epsom on Derby Day, and I know that Saddad likes it here because he won the Gordon Richards in April. Owen Burrows' Gethin ain't out of it either, but some anyway exotic with Constitution River, Saddad and Hawk Mountain could work out a big winner. Just saying. Caroline?
Well, Jaysella, I do understand that you want to look for some value in this race, but I'm telling yours all that Constitution River is going to win this. I do get it that the Prix du Jockey Club was run on softer ground, but given his draw, Constitution River had to go round almost the whole field to score by 3/4 of a length from Hawk Mountain. There's surely more between this pair on a quicker surface. I too like Saddad from the Tattersall's Gold Cup race, but maybe being closer to the pace will be better. So my 1, 2, 3 is Constitution River, Hawk Mountain and Saddad, but I can't get away from the favourite for the win.
Right then, earlier on at Sandown Park, Words of Truth won the Scurry Stakes here last time out, so I reckon he's the safe bet to win the opener. Of course, Australian speedster Asphora is going to get plenty of backers, given her record of 3 Group 1 wins, but although this is one hell of a lot easier than the King Charles III at Ascot's Royal Do, I'm not sure that she's been quite as good this year. So, Words of Truth rates the big improver for me, with young star Billy Loughnane getting the leg up, and chuck in last year's winner, Rumstar, and third Shagran, and this is one hot opener. Words of Truth, getting weight from all but the pair of 3-year-old fillies, has more to come and gets the vote. And now back to you, Caroline, for the Lancashire Oaks.
Now then, Noel Mead's Caught You Sleeping didn't quite have the pace to see off Joseph O'Brien's Rebel Moon in the Jana Rose at Naas the last day, but could go well in the Lancashire Oaks here. This step up to 1.5 miles will put more emphasis on stamina than speed, so I'm of the opinion that Caught You Sleeping is so advantageously weighted as a 3-year-old, this Group 2 is well within her grasp. David Egan takes the reins, and ahead of hot favourite Tiffany, she does look cracking value for your each way chance. Rafe Beckett's Tatty Coram looks a fair option, but John and Thaddy Gosden's Crepe Suzette needs to get back on track this season, so Caught You Sleeping is my big gamble of the day.
Thanks, Caroline, and we are back at Sandown Park for the Coral Distaff. Okay, here we go again. I keep backing Sacred Ground this season, but she's becoming a bit expensive to follow. She hit the bar twice, at Newmarket and Newbury Park, then was done on soft ground at Goodwood last month. But I'm going to keep the faith and back John and Thaddy Gosden's Kingman filly once more. After that, that's it, girl. So, come on Sacred Ground, do it for me now. Will Buick has been given the heave-ho in favour of Ryan Moore, though of course I just joke because he's over in Saratoga for the Belmont Oaks and Derby. I guess Andrew Balding's Pacific Mission and Charlie Appleby's Act of Kindness would fill my crib sheet. But please, please, Sacred Ground, get it all right this time.